Everybody, how's it going? We have a full moon coming up in a few days, and full moons are all about completions, ending cycles, so that we can start on a new path. So, what's coming up for you to release? Let's look at the main energy for the collective. What is the main energy for the collective for this full moon in terms of what's ending, what's closing, what's releasing? What's the main energy here? We have change, and these are oracle cards, so wisdom. That's 35 and 22. 22 is a 4. 2s are all about choices, paths, balance. 4s are all about stability, home, family. 35, right? 3s are all about celebrations, unions, partnerships. That's also 2. 5s are all about changes. And 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 is about infinity and forever. And if you see this, right, she's kind of like pushing up against it and like billowing out and flying, right? There's like so much static energy. And over here, she's like using her wisdom, using her knowledge to float along and to create her own reality and her own, like she's moving the stars for herself. So for 22, and you can ignore my cat, wisdom is more than mere knowledge. There may be something you aren't seeing and need to research more thoroughly. Wisdom is gathered, but it takes time. Learn from your experience. You might wish to ask the opinion of a wise mentor if you are uncertain. I use my knowledge and experience to make wise decisions. And then 35. Accept change. Life, like the seasons, is about change. Take advantage of change energy. Plan ahead. I welcome change and I ride its energy. So it kind of feels like there's a lot of change going on, right, with the change card, obviously. But that, like, we need to gather more information. We need to use our wisdom and maybe get in another perspective of someone you trust with some more experience to help you so that you can kind of utilize this energy and utilize that wisdom and experience to really propel yourself forward in a good way, right? So, what's coming up to release? We have 7 of Swords and the 5 of Cups. So we're releasing defensiveness and kind of like shady behavior due to fear of loss, right? Due to fear of losing what you have, or the relationship that you're building, or past relationships that have ended poorly. And this can be not just romantic relationships, but with friends, with family, with relationships with passions like career or things that you're trying to build, right? So, not being so defensive, not being so shady, because we are healing this loss or this pain inside. So, that's definitely something to release. That's definitely something to close a chapter on. How do we do this? Ace of Swords, right? To do this, we are communicating, we are using our logical brain, right? But I'm really feeling more of communication, right? In terms of like making things happen and releasing. The logic part is more utilizing this wisdom for the right path of change and choice. But with this, right, with this healing of defensiveness and shady behavior and fear of loss, it's communication. It's starting a brand new chapter that is just completely truthful and honest and straightforward, right? Cut through all the bullshit. Don't skip hoops. Don't skirt around things. Like, be direct. And if we do this, what are we aligning to? we are aligning to the Two of Cups. So either a new relationship, a partnership, something that is really balanced and happy and loving, and like where both people or both things, like if this is a job, for example, where both the job and you put in the same amount of effort and creativity and passion into the project. If it's a relationship, like both of you putting in the same vulnerability and effort and honesty into the relationship. So there's a lot of healing to do here. There's a lot of work. There's a lot of choices. There's a lot of thinking. And with this full moon, if utilized correctly, like you're going to see a thunderbolt of change and just energy just moving. So utilize your wisdom and any help, any mentorship around you to really help you release and move through this. I have healings, readings, one-on-one work, and packages, as well as hypnosis and workshops. So have a great full moon, guys.